enrich your minds by having a deeper understanding of interesting places and scientific discoveries of Bible times. Explore the amazing facts of biblical history in How Authentic the Bible Is. The Bible Speaks. Of all the creatures created by God, the little honeybee is one of the most amazing and useful. It is generally best known for the honey that it produces. The honeybees cannot perform such an unbelievable task on their own. It was all planned and designed by God. My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb which is sweet to thy taste. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 13. Honey first appears in Genesis 43:11 and last in Revelation chapter 10 verse 10. In Exodus chapter 3 verse 8, the first glimpse of the promised land was God's description to Moses of a land flowing with milk and honey, meaning a place of extraordinary fertility. God provided Israel a bounty of physical blessings recorded in Deuteronomy chapter 8 verses 7 to 9. God's merciful grace in saving the nation from extreme toil and servitude in Egypt, mentioned in Deuteronomy 7:12 to 15 and Exodus 15:26, and the state of well-being of Israelites were expressed in obedience to God's law. And ye shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. Exodus 23:25. Moreover, the compassion of God to his children was further showed by most of the divine commands laid down before the Israelites, which stood only in meats and drinks, and divers washings, and carnal ordinances imposed on them until the time of Reformation. As stated in Hebrews 9:10, the ordinances given by God during the time of Moses were clearly for the benefit of the Israelites' physical well-being in a land flowing with milk and honey. This sweet yellowish or brownish viscous fluid produced by bees from the nectar of the flowers is mentioned many times throughout the Bible. It was the primary source of sugar for the ancient Israelites. The ancient Egyptians also used honey as an embalming substance. Honey is composed of sugars like glucose and fructose, and minerals like magnesium, potassium, calcium, sodium chloride, sulfur, iron, and phosphate. It contains vitamins B1, B2, C, B6, B5, and B3, all of which change according to the qualities of the nectar and pollen. The protein content of honey is very essential for growth and energy. It helps in the production of hormones, antibodies, enzymes, and tissues which are essential for a healthy body. Pure honey gives instant energy as glucose does. If you take 1 or 2 spoons whenever tired, it will restore your energy immediately. Take into account that John the Baptist fed on wild bee honey in the wilderness and did not witness any ill health or physical ailment. This was recorded in Matthew chapter 3 verse 4 and Mark chapter 1 verse 6. The mineral content of pure honey is necessary for proper composition of body fluids. formation of blood, bones, and maintenance of healthy nerves. The ancients used honey instead of sugar, but when taken in great quantities, it caused nausea, a fact referred to in Proverbs 25 verse 27, to inculcate moderation in pleasures. Proverbs 25:27, "It is not good to eat much honey, so for men to search their own glory is not glory." The book of Proverbs recognized that too much of a good thing can be harmful, and used honey as a paradigm to express that concept. From a medical point of view, honey is a paradox, as it has been used as folk remedy for numerous ailments, but can also cause illness if not used properly. For instance, it can have a laxative effect in people who cannot digest fructose efficiently. The fructose partially ferments in the intestine, producing gas and drawing more water into the intestine. Ironically, in others it can cause constipation, since honey is so highly concentrated that it can reduce water in the intestine. When applied to a wound, honey can encourage wound healing, since it has antimicrobial properties and actually fights infections. The high acid content of honey may confer antibiotic properties. In addition, when honey combines with water, the chemical reaction can produce hydrogen peroxide, a known bactericidal compound. On the other hand, honey can exacerbate an infection under certain circumstances and can encourage bacterial growth, since it contains glucose and fructose, which support bacterial growth. For that reason, honey can promote tooth decay as well. Honey should never be fed to infants under the age of 12 months because their digestive systems are immature. Babies less than 1 year of age are susceptible to infant botulism, an illness that can originate from spores, microorganisms in honey that have no effect on older children and adults because they have sufficient amount of stomach acids to kill the bacteria quickly. The safety of honey as a wholesome food for healthy adults and older children is unquestioned even in the Bible. If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it, and you will vomit. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 16. This pronouncement of the Bible is a testimony that babies are not suitable to eat honey, for the commandment are for those who are capable of acquiring honey for themselves, and logically, babies have no means of getting honey for them. Even if honey is a nature's delight, it is prudent to use it as is sufficient to its intended purpose and not beyond. Honey has always been regarded as the most valuable food supplement because of its health benefits and healing properties. Evidence of honey's importance as a health food has been properly attested by the Bible. A medical insight that proves how authentic the Bible is.